It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.
Say hi to Bill Squire. He's right over there.
Hey, creepy hugs, everyone. Thanks for listening to and watching this episode of the Alan Cox Show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share a cold one with the boys.
Mary Santora is here, too.
What up?
Poundcake is back in Studio G.
Afternoon, white people. Hello.
Could he be one of the who's who of Black Cleveland? I don't know.
Still on that.
Huh?
I say you're still on that.
Well, I see it at the top of WMMS.com. I'm doing some work there on the website. I'll go to it, and I saw it yesterday, and I saw it there again. Usually they'll have banner ads that rotate, but keep seeing that one. So I take it as a sign. You know, that's more Mary's area of expertise.
Mm-hmm.
The universe.
Fate and signs. And
Taking
universe.
things as a sign, right?
Not targeted ads.
I don't know that the who's who of Black Cleveland is targeted to me.
It is, apparently.
But
Everyone, it's always listening.
it's the one that I'm seeing, and
It
so
knows that you work with a black guy that should be on that list.
well, he doesn't think so. And again, I'm going to quit pushing it because I don't care.
I
But
didn't say that. If they want to put me on the list, that's cool. But
you have to nominate yourself.
I know people that are more deserving.
Well, then nominate them and ask them to nominate you.
Okay, I will.
A little quid pro. Why should quid pro quo just be for white guys?
Correct.
Get it to work for you. You're half white.
Correct.
There you go. If you'd like to join us live today at any point, well, of course, if you're not listening until later, you won't hear this now. But if you're listening right now, you can use our phone numbers in any way you see fit. 216-578-1007, 800-348-1007. You want to send me a text, 35192 to do that. AlanCoxShow.com for all the other stuff. And boy, I got a lot of stuff to get to today. I have a headache. I have a pounding headache, but I'm gonna play through it. I don't know why I have a pounding headache. What?
Just put Cody's mic as low as possible, so if he gets going, it doesn't add to that.
I'm not even going to comment on that.
I'm not going to comment on that either. Her voice is just as shrill as yours.
It is not.
On the microphones, I mean. They cut through just as sharply as Cody's does. Although, let me try it. Say something. Count to 10 for me, Cody.
1, 2, 3.
I mean, that is the origin
boy.
of Tiny Pound
Tiny
Cake.
pound cake,
Hey,
yeah.
doesn't
That's
10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
all right. Fine. No, I don't know. I don't know why I have a headache today. There's one of those days, and I woke up in a pretty good mood. I woke up in a pretty good mood. That's not always the case. We've all been there. You wake up, and for no reason at all, you go, this is gonna suck. Like you just don't know. That's how you wake up. Today, I woke up very, very early, and started doing some work. And my dog was sitting there next to me, and the sun hadn't come up yet, and so it was a very, very peaceful time of the morning. You know, there were a few birds beginning to chirp. You know, it's been a very mild winter, so you may have heard birds the whole season. A lot of birds didn't leave, and so I thought, oh, this will be a pretty good day. But wouldn't you know it, a headache, pounding headache. Now, might be saying to yourself, Alan, that could be a tumor. It's probably not that. I don't know. What's that?
It's not a tumor.
He nailed it. He
Pot it down.
Yeah, he got it. But I'm going to give him a headache by the end of the show. He's going to hate my guts. But, yeah, I don't know. You know, I have an annual checkup with my physician. I always go every summer. They take some blood. I have a checkup, and then they tell me that I'm fine. But there's going to be one of these years. You know, I'll be 52 years old this summer. And there's going to be one of these years where he's going to come back and he's going to go, I saw something here that I don't like. And it's going to be something I've never heard of before. You know, everybody thinks that when they get to a certain point, not even age-wise, they're very young people, have all kinds of health things going on.
Mm-hmm.
But there are, Poundcake has a immunocompromised situation. He's got right?
I mean, yes, but that's one of the things. That's
right.
what's diagnosed.
There you go. It's a young man, right? So it's something you have to contend with. But for people like me who have been almost exclusively in good health, something I have always operated on the belief that something is going to get me. and it's going to be something awful, just the way I've lived my life for the most part.
Anxiety, Alan.
No, I'm not anxious about it. It's just something that I assume is something is going to get me, and it's not going to be like high blood pressure. It's going to be like you have testicular cancer, and there's nothing we can do about it. It's going to be something. And I hope, the best I can hope for, is that it's also something hilarious, because I'm only in it for the jokes. What good is life if you can't be making jokes all the time? And that I also ascribe that to my medical diagnoses. So I have asked my doctor, if you have something bad to tell me, I'd like you to tell me in the funniest possible way. I don't know what kind of sense of humor he has. We've never batted that ball back and forth. But come July, when I have my annual checkup, if he comes in and he goes, oof, we need to, I'm going to go, nope. Make it funny.
Do you have any examples of how you would like him to give you a terminal diagnosis?
Well, I didn't say terminal.
Well, you said you're going to go out.
Yeah, well, this might not be it. This might be step one. I mean, I'm not saying he comes in and goes, you got to, it could be that, could be that. Up to him. Make it funny.
All right, I got one. Pick a number between 1 and 4.
2.
Ooh, that's the stage of cancer you have.
Good job.
See, that's
He's
good.
like, pick a hand, right or left. He's got one hand between each.
That's the one I have to cut off.
Yeah.
That's good. That's the stage of cancer you have. Although it would be pick a number between 1 and 4, and I'd say 2, and he'd go, unfortunately, it's 4,
it's 4.
And there's, yeah.
We're like, what am I guessing for? That's the stage of cancer.
That's right. Yep.
Sir, would you say you've been living balls to the wall? Yeah,
I have. I've tried to anyway. Are you telling me that that's a bad thing?
No, but we are going to have to remove your testicles and
Yeah.
nail them to the wall because it is testicular cancer.
Again, that's not even terminal. I mean, Lance Armstrong's an awful human being, and he's walking around with one nut. Conversely, Tom Green is a lovely human being, and he's walking around with one nut. So, doesn't care how funny you are or who you are. But who knows? Anyway. Headache. I have one. I don't know where it came from. I hope that it's not some kind of brain lesion. Could you imagine we're goofing around and I go...
You conk out. Hughes of the Garvins and you're on the ground.
Hughes of the Garvins. That's going to be me. Hot at AC. Well, I've always said, listen, I will be behind a microphone until somebody tells me I can't. I don't have any concept of retirement. I don't know what that would even look like. I don't have
the shouldn'ts aren't doing it.
I don't have hobbies. People are like, I can't wait. I can play golf. I'm like, I don't do that. I've worked since I was 15 years old. I don't know what anything else is. But it's if it's Hughes of the Garvins, if that's how I go out behind the mic, you want to go out on top. Fortunately for me, that was a long time ago. Mm-hmm. So I don't even have to worry about that.
Be glad that you don't have any family in the medical profession. Do you have cousins or aunts or uncles who were doctors or nurses or anything like that?
No.
Because
I don't think so.
Any inconvenience I have that I don't want to go to the doctor for, I just call my mom, which in hindsight is probably the worst idea ever, because she'll be like, oh, well, that's a symptom of herpes, son. I'm like, what? I was like, how? And then, just...
She says it that calmly? Yeah, I mean, having a parent who's a physician, that might be a little too close. You might want to get 1 degree of separation there because they'd be worried. Well, so you tell your mom, hey, Mom, I have this, and she goes, that sounds like herpes.
Yes.
And then you have to act shocked.
I am shocked.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, there's no way. And then I'll go home. I'll be like, so remember that bump you told me about that you said was probably herpes? She's like, I didn't say that. I'm like, wait, yes, you did. She's like, oh, what? She's like, did I have my coffee yet? I'm like, yeah.
Wow, so your mom's half-assed diagnoses is contingent on the level of caffeine in her body.
I was just so tired.
Caught her at a bad time.
Oh, I didn't have my coffee yet, but it looks like you got AIDS. Jesus.
No.
Well, at least you know that now. Mom, let's have decaf before I ask you what this bump is.
When I was driving home from my college gig on Monday, because it was 8 hours each way into New York, and on the way home, I started to feel like a pretty intense cramp up the back of my leg. And I was like, well, this is it. This is the blood clot that I've been avoiding with all the
This is my deep vein thrombosis.
Right, because I'm like, I fly and drive so much, and I'm on birth control. So those two things are you're prone to blood clots with those two things.
Yeah.
And as soon as I started to feel my calf tighten up, I was like, nope, couldn't have possibly been the fact that I did 12 hours of driving after 6 hours of flying.
Dehydrated.
Right, dehydrated, no sleep. But as soon as my calf cramped up, I was like, this is a blood clot. And I called my friend friend who's a doctor. And I was like, you think I have a blood clot? He goes, what are you even talking about?
I'm talking about blood clots, Harvey.
My leg is tight.
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
I was reading a thing this morning about weird deaths among like famous authors. And there's a woman named Margaret Brown who wrote Goodnight Moon. Everybody's read Goodnight Moon when you're a kid, right? Famous book. And this woman died because she had appendicitis surgery. And when she got out, she wanted to show the hospital staff how great she felt. And so she kicked her leg in the air. And it dislodged a blood clot that went to her brain and killed her.
No.
So don't ever show off for the hospital staff. They've seen it all, and more. Furthermore, they don't care. So just be careful. And it was Good Night, Margaret Brown from then. A much-awaited sequel.
So I would say, though.
Oh, I've got to take a break.
You want one more funny cancer diagnosis?
One more funny cancer diagnosis.
All right.
Hey, what's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Well, that's coincidental.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. All right, listen, I got to take a break. If you want to send a text, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com. If you prefer to watch, and we'll be back.
It's the Alan Cox Show. Everywhere on our